Hi everybody, so today I'm going to try something new that I've never done before and do a mini Halloween journal. Or, well, actually, is it going to be a Halloween journal or is it going to be an autumny journal? Not quite sure, probably a bit of both really. So if you've seen my Christmas journals, you'll know that I kind of go all in for Christmas. I do a big fancy Christmas journal. And I tend to just skip over Halloween because it's not something I've really got into before. And I think there's a reason for that. I think it's because rather than it being so much about autumn and the changing of the season, I find at this time of the year it becomes all about horror films, and I'm not not into horror films at all. I don't mind like ghost stories and things like that, but when it gets into like really, really sick, twisted, violent stuff, which is just the worst side of humanity possible, I can't find that entertaining. And I know people do, and I'd love to know why, because I don't I don't get it myself. People want to do that, that's fine, but I can't. It's just not for me. I don't like the sensation of witnessing horrific things, even if I know it's a film. And I find that a lot of Halloween stuff has sort of been overtaken with that. So instead of being all pumpkins and ghosts, vampires thrown in and, zombies. And then it started to go towards like, I don't know, axe murderers. I don't, I don't, I suppose it's the theme of being scared, but I don't know. Sometimes I think it gets taken a bit too far. So there's my little grumble about Halloween. There you go. So yeah, that's why I've never really got into Halloween too much. Obviously, when I was a kid, we went trick-or-treating. That's a thing that you do in the UK. Dress up as a little character. I mean, that was the best bit, dressing up, I think, and then going around and getting more sweets than you possibly could ever need. So we are doing that this year. We did that last year, and that should be fun. But yeah, I thought this year make a bit of an effort for Halloween again, because my son gets really annoyed with me if I just skip over it. So I'm not allowed to skip this year. So I thought, okay, what a better way to kind of get myself into the mood than to do a journal challenge. So I found a journal challenge online. I think I found it when I was browsing through Instagram. So I follow somebody called Kia Creates, and she is hosting this Halloween journal challenge with inspiring journals, also on Instagram. So I printed off the little set of prompts here. You can see their names at the bottom. I will put links down below. If I can focus, you can read it. There we go. Kia Creates and Inspiring Journals. So there's like a list of prompts, one for every day in October, of sort of Halloween themed things. And there are some amazing journal spreads being done with all of these prompts. If you look on Instagram, you'll be able to see them all. So I thought I'd have a go. Now, I started off mostly just doing illustrations, and I didn't do every single prompt because the first prompt was to do a title page. And at that point, I didn't think I was going to be doing a journal. So obviously I ignored that one. The second day was to make an autumn vision board. So I did my usual thing of going on to Pinterest and just choosing loads of images that I liked. So hang on, let me clear this a little bit better. You'll have to excuse my voice. I think I might be coming down with a cold. It's either that or I need to dust my desk. I'm a bit nasal, so just ignore that. So yes, here is my Pinterest vision board. So I got all these images off Pinterest and then I just printed them onto just plain paper. This is not sticker paper because I haven't yet found a really good quality sticker paper in the UK. Working on it. I've got 2 new packs on the way to try out, but what I tried so far was terrible. So wish me luck with that. But yeah, this is just printed onto a fairly good quality paper, but I think I printed on the wrong side. It's one of those papers that's got the side to print and the side to not print, and they look exactly the same. So I think I printed on the wrong side. But anyway, I won't go on about that too much. But this is my little vision board. So I did that prompt for day 2. And then I did prompts from the 3rd through to the 8th. And today is the 13th, Friday the 13th. So I've done obviously a fair few of the prompts already, and I did them on my iPad in Procreate. So this is what they all look like. So I did all those, and then I thought, well, I'll just carry on doing that. But then I thought, oh, what am I going to do with them? I need to put them somewhere. I've printed them out because I wanted to see what they look like printed out. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to do a journal. I'm just going to start, see what it's like, and do like a little autumn themed journal. And if I enjoy it, then I may be doing them next year. So that is the plan. And that's why I'm making the video, because I thought you might like to see what I do. So I've sort of gathered a few bits and bobs, not all that much. Obviously, I've got my vision board. I've got the things I've done so far. There is actually another one I haven't printed off yet. But I thought if I get a journal set up, then I can carry on doing illustrations for all of these days. Well, most of the days. And I'll have somewhere to put them, and I can sort of have a play with them on the page. And I don't think I'll be writing. I don't think it's going to be the kind of journal where I'm like writing about what we did that day. If we do something that's Halloween-y themed, or like pumpkin themed or autumn themed, or go for a nice walk, I might stick those photos in. But it's not going to be so intensive as my normal Christmas journal, because this is, as I said, the first time I've done it. So got all my bits so far, got my paints, got everything set up on my desk, and then I was like, well, which journal am I going to use? Because I don't know. I feel a bit, not intimidated by it, but a bit cautious. So I don't want to go big. I don't want to do A5. And this is a big admission here. I don't actually like journaling at all in a normal, regular traveller's notebook size notebook. Let me just get one if you don't know what I'm talking about. So this is a regular sized traveller's notebook. And I love them. And I have how many? I think I've got 3. I really love them as a thing. And I really like using them to sort of store things and to carry around. I did actually do a Japan journal when we went to Japan in the summer in one of these. But I don't know, there's something about the size. I think, psychological. I think it's the narrowness of the page makes me feel squashed. And I know, I think the idea is that when you open it out, you get a nice square shape to work on. But then you've got this line in the middle. I don't know. There's something weird about proportions that I really find quite hard to get on with. I don't mind writing in them, just writing, journaling. But for actual sticking things in and being creative, I don't know. Look, I made a nice cover for a book that I never used. Yeah, I don't know. I have these, and I probably will use them. I'll use them for travelling and things like that, because they are actually really good for when you go on a holiday, to take this style of notebook with you, because you can put all your bits in here, and then, your bits and bobs, keep them all together. You can throw loads of stuff in, and then when you close it with the elastic, it keeps everything secure. But I don't know. Something about that format just bugs me. Which is a shame, because I absolutely love them. Here's another one. I don't know why I'm giving you a tour of my traveller's notebooks. Love this one. This is really well used. But yeah, I just don't feel like it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, having decided that format's not going to work, I thought maybe I'll try the passport size. So I've got this refill here that I got from Japan when we went back. Actually, no, I think I grabbed this before we left a couple of years ago. So this is a passport size insert. It's just normal cream paper inside, Midori paper. Not too massive. It says here 64 pages. I don't know if that means sheets or sides. I'll have a look in a second. I can't remember. And I could put it in here, because isn't this a gorgeous, lovely autumny colour? And I love this notebook. So this passport size traveller's notebook, I think this is the first one I ever got, ever. It's the only passport size that I own, and I use it. I have a very specific purpose for it, and I've always used it for this. For house notes, DIY projects, things I need to get sorted with the house. If I'm trying to get furniture and it needs to fit in a certain space, I'll be doing all the measurements, on here about how much space I have. If I need to go and buy wood from a shop, I've got a whole map of our layout, of our house, so I know all the measurements of everything. So yeah, anyway, sidetracked. I'm thinking to take all this out and sort of do this as a little temporarily as a Halloween journal, because I don't really need to use it for the house at the minute because I've got most things sorted. Now, I did think, oh God, is it too small? Because it is tiny. Look at it. But then I thought I'd rather run out of space and feel like a sort of an urge to do more than feel like I've wasted a notebook, because I've got a massive one. I've only filled 2 pages. And like I said, this is a sort of a test out for me to see if I like it. Because ideally, I'd love to have seasonal journals. I'd love to have like a summer journal and then an autumn journal and then obviously my Christmas journal. How nice would that be to have, like, to mark the seasons with new journals? And I do love autumn. It is one of my favourite seasons, possibly my favourite. I don't know, in terms of the weather and everything. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this size, because you don't need to sit and listen to me waffling on for hours about which size to do. So let's just do it. See what happens. Like, at the end of the day, if it's too small, I can just put another one in and double them up. So I'm going to set that up today. I'm going to stick in the things that I've done so far. I might play around with a bit of paint. I have no idea how I'm going to squeeze all of these in here. Maybe I'll make a dashboard. Maybe I'll make a dashboard, because I have borrowed my mum's laminator. Ooh, I could do that, because it could be double-sided, couldn't it? Anyway, thinking out loud. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to film it and I'm going to shove this on YouTube, and hopefully you're actually watching this and you'll enjoy it. Right, I'm going to crack on. I'd probably film most of it in like fast forward, speedy motion, because I think it'd be a bit tedious to watch me faffing. And then I'll be back at the end to show you, talk through what I've done. Okay, let's go.
So the first thing to do is obviously deconstruct my traveller's notebook and get everything out and ready. I did try counting the pages, and then I just got bored counting and thought, sod it, just crack on. So making the dashboard, cut all the pieces up, and I didn't do much measuring. It was all kind of by eye. I found this gorgeous card that I got from my granny, actually, in a box of card that we had from her house. Perfect colour for Halloween, because that's actually the exact colour of the inside of a pumpkin. I ended up covering the whole thing up anyway, but I was quite pleased to find that colour card. I'm doing a double fold in the spine so that it does actually have a tiny, I'd say 0.5 centimetre spine, so that when it wraps around the insert, it's got a bit of space at the back. And then it's just a case of sticking them all on and, I don't know, faffing around for ages. So I didn't film all of this because it would have been very tedious for you to watch me trying to work out where to put everything. But I did remember that actually I have a few illustrations that I did a couple of years ago, maybe, for my Patreons. Might have been 3 years ago, God. Because I did a series of illustrations that were sort of like squirrely and acorny, and I'm completely off camera here, whoops. But anyway, that's me going through my little sticker release paper insert to find my old illustrations, because I figured I should probably put some of my stuff on there as well. So you can see I've pulled out a little mug with acorns on, and there's a jumper actually to the top right, not a jumper, a jacket. And I actually drew, it's quite funny, I realised I drew loads and loads of like autumn themed journals, and I never made an autumn themed journal, but I obviously did some illustrations of them. So yeah, that was quite funny to remember that I actually did that already. It was as if I knew that one day I would need some little autumn journal illustrations. I'm just going to stop here to show you our little display on the window ledge. I sort of collect random things when we're out. It's me that I'm the one that comes home with like my pockets full of conkers and acorns and stuff. And I'm sort of hoarding them on the window ledge as a sort of like an autumn display. And we've already got our little Halloween stickers on the window, which went up, I think, on the 1st of October. We bought those back from Japan, actually. They are from Daiso, little sort of jelly stickers that you can stick on the window. We've got a little hedgehog he's got a hat from a horse chestnut shell on him. and hazelnuts. These are from my mum's garden. They've got a lovely hazel tree with really wiggly branches. So I just nicked a load of those. If I get hold of a nutcracker, I might eat them, but otherwise I'm just going to hoard them. I mean, there's absolutely tons this year. Don't need to feel worried about the squirrels. Absolutely tons and tons of conkers all over the floor. Tons and tons of hazelnuts. So it's obviously going to be a bumper year. And there's like squirrels everywhere going mental, leaping across the road. So yeah, still plenty out there for the animals. And these are catkins that came off a pine tree near my mum's house, and the floor's absolutely covered in them. So I brought some back to have a look at, really. And they're just drying because it was raining that day. And I got a cute little Halloween mug. That's actually my son's, and it doesn't light up. When you put hot water in it, there are some like extra ghosts on there that sort of change colour. And this, if you stay to the end of the video, you can hear what happens when you push that button. It sort of lights up and plays a song, but that is a little card we got from Japan. So I think I mentioned before in another video that Japan's ghost season is the summer. They have a holiday called Obon, which is when you sort of, I don't know what you do exactly, so I'm not going to say they do this because I don't 100% know. But it's something to do with respecting your dead relatives. Maybe you visit their graves and, I don't know, pray and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure. But it has sort of become like the big season for ghosties in Japan. So those are some little cute ghosties. And like I said, if you wait to the end of the video, I'm going to show you the clip of what happens when you press the button and it sort of lights up and plays a little tune. So back to the dashboard. So once I've got all my stickers stuck down, I decided to get out these lovely metallic, sparkly watercolours, which I'm actually sad because I'm running out of some of them. Some of them are like, they're getting quite empty. So I'm going to have to work out to get hold of some more. I've used these many times in my Christmas journals, but actually some of those colours are absolutely perfect for autumn. Sort of like the sparkly golds, kind of leaf colours. So I'm just going over the bright orange, even though I'd said to myself earlier it was perfect colour because it was the colour of the inside of pumpkins. I'm going over it now, covering it all up with like a sparkly orange and green. I think I choose in the end, I can't remember. And also on my desk is this little Halloween basket. I made this several years ago for my son to put toys and bits in, but I've just nicked it. We use it on his desk to kind of put rubbish in, but I'm going to use it for today to put my little scraps of paper in. Super handy, super lightweight to just plonk on your desk. And I think I need to make some more of them because they're really, really lovely. Just all made with like fabric quilted onto some wadding. And these are the paints, just a little close up to show you what they look like. And for reference, they are from Creative Expressions in the UK. And I did look on the website to see if they still do them, probably about a year ago, and they had them then, but I haven't checked this year, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah. And there's all the bits and bobs I was talking about earlier, the little squirrel stickers and other bits. That moth is beautiful. That's by Erin Ware, by the way. I wish there was a way to kind of laminate without using plastic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering, I need to look into this. I used to be able to just lacquer stuff with PVA glue. Like, if you just put enough glue on it, that it sort of creates a waterproof layer. And I'm wondering whether I need to start doing that rather than using laminate sheets. Because I've sort of said to myself, once I run out of the box that I do have, I'd rather not buy any more, because obviously there's more plastic into the environment. But yeah, I need to look into that, because I do need to find a way to make it more durable, I think, because they do get a bit manhandled, these things. But yeah, that is what it looks like, all finished. Oh, it suddenly got all atmospherically gloomy in here, so I put the lamp on. So there might be a few harsh shadows, but I need the lamp on to see. So I have done my dashboard. I've done it a bit too long. It sticks out a bit. I didn't want to cut off too much of the edge of the laminate because it's not the best lamination. I mean, I probably could trim a little bit more off the edge. But yeah, it'll do for now. So that is, I suppose it's like a wraparound dashboard thing. It's kind of cute.
It's kind of sparkly. Didn't even check if I was in focus then. I hope I was. Yeah, I think that's kind of cute. That's going to work. Wouldn't it be cute to have a little squirrel popping out the top? I just held that over there and I suddenly saw that little squirrel peeping over and I thought that was well cute. Yeah, so I'm going to now decorate like the cover, I think. And probably a few pages. I might just slap a bit of paint on, stick some stickers down. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back.
So there isn't a huge amount of footage left, I'm afraid, of actually making it. I mean, you may be relieved, I don't know. But yeah, when I did the cover, I sort of ended up turning the camera off because I kept headbutting it and just sort of cracked on with it, really. Sometimes it's nice to film while I'm doing something, but other times I just need to turn the camera off and really get in there and concentrate without having to be conscious of, whether I'm headbutting a camera or not. So I started off filming it and then ended up just turning the camera off and, yeah, having a go, really. And still not sure if I love it, but it's done. I need to stop caring so much about what things look like when it's a fun project like this. I think I just need to be a bit more just doing it for the sake of enjoying it and doing it rather than constantly judging it. I mean, I know that's really hard to do, but it's definitely a habit I need to get into.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop today. I've stuck all of my images in. I'm kind of feeling a bit sort of not quite sure about it so far. So I've got my dashboard, wraparound dashboard thingy that's in there. Quite like this now. I've chosen to put it that way round. I don't know if the glare, can you see? It's not too much glare from the laminate. So that's just wrapping around this one insert. And this is the cover I made. So I've got my little mushroom dude that I just randomly drew. And I've just written 2023 Halloween and autumn because it's not just going to be Halloweeny. And then just a sort of an intro page. I don't know, really just stuck stuff down. Really like this image, so I put that one there. I'm sort of obsessed with any image with a window in at the moment, like looking out of the window and you've got a cozy scene here and then looking out onto a scene outside. I seem to be collecting lots and lots of images like that. Then I've got this sort of the journal challenge prompts page, which I just stuck down. I don't know, at this point I was just thinking, oh God, what am I doing? This is not like, I don't know. I'm not enjoying it, but it's sort of out of my comfort zone. This is the kind of thing I do for Christmas journals. And some days I really enjoy it. And other days I think there's just something about it that's not quite right for me. I don't know what it is. I enjoy it, but then afterwards I think, oh, not sure I really like it. I don't know. But as with all these things, if you do a spread and you think you don't really like it, you just crack on. You just turn the page and try again. And I did turn the page and it slightly got worse. I don't know. But I've stuck in my pictures anyway. So I stuck in my first drawing of the fortune teller, which is for October the 3rd. And then I've stuck in my spooky cinema, which is like a little cinema inside a pumpkin. I sort of did backgrounds for these before I stuck them down to see how that worked. And then I decided that didn't work and didn't like it. I mean, it's fine, isn't it? So then I did just sticking them on a plain page with a border. And now I've decided I don't like that either. Oh, it's probably just the mood I'm in. Probably if I wake up tomorrow and look at it, it'll be fine. I haven't put the dates on these pages, actually. I need to put the date on. And then I might just see if there's anything I want to write in the gap here. I'm not sure, because at the moment it looks a bit plain. And then for this page, I didn't even do the borders. I just stuck my images down. I suppose what it is that I'm detracting from doing the drawings, which is what I really feel like I should be doing. Because I look at these drawings and I think, I could do better, I can do better, I can do better. If I practice, if I keep drawing every day, I can do better illustrations. And that's kind of where I want my focus to be. I enjoy making journals. I do enjoy it. This was really fun.
I really like this spread. But it has a really old illustration of mine on here. There's none of the new stuff, but I really like this sort of cozy spread. And I wonder, is it because it's the Halloween theme? Is it because I'm sort of doing drawings that are not naturally ones that I would choose to do myself? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. So that's all I've got so far. So I just thought I'd share that with you and see what happens. I know I've already drawn actually the illustration for the next page. Where is it? I don't know if I can show you on the screen. But the problem with drawing on iPads is that the screens get completely mucky. It's quite embarrassing. So I'm trying to clean it here. So I've drawn for ripped, I think it was ripped or torn. So I've drawn this little girl with sort of a ripped, torn, Halloweeny outfit. So she will go on the following page, and then that's where I've stopped. So I just need to keep going really and get things printed and stick them in, even if all it is at the end of the day is like a little collection of pictures. Because it could just be a little collection, you know, a little sort of mini gallery, maybe. I don't know. Because obviously I do these drawings on the iPad and I want to print them out so that I've got copies of what I've done. But I suppose I feel like I'm not presenting them very nicely. That's probably what it is. I feel like I need to do that. You know, I spent quite a long time doing these illustrations, and then when I put them in the book, I want them to sort of look nice. Whereas I feel like maybe they don't look nice on this page because I didn't do a very good job. That's probably what it is. But anyway, I'm sure you didn't need to know all of that. I'm just explaining to you how I feel about this journal. Okay, so editing Emily coming in to say that since filming all of this and having a good night's sleep, so I've woken up feeling really similar about the pages, but what's happened is that I have now ideas about how I want to do things differently next year. So my message really is that even if you do a project and you don't like it, it's absolutely worth doing because now you know what you don't like, or now you know certain techniques that you shouldn't do next time. So I just wanted to throw that in there just as a slightly more positive point at the end of the video, that doing things badly is a really good thing because then you know what to change next time. And that's it. Back to the live recording. So that's that. So I'm going to wrap this up and get this video out, and I hope you found it interesting. And if you're doing a Halloween journal, let me know. If you've got any videos, let me know. I'd like to see, and have a look at all the links below and you'll find the people that set the challenge up. You can go and look at what they're doing. And thank you for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.